When you're 14 and you grow up and your parents are gone, it feels like it's all a fight. Fight to have room and board, shelter. I always had the mentality you just play the card you're dealt. So that fight was fine with me. I was fighting for the basic. I wasn't fighting for fancy shit. You know, I remember the moment though. They said, hey, we're leaving. You know, we're going to chase this dream. We're going to go live in the mountains. They never said you have to come, which is weird. And I remember crying. I was sad. I was really, really sad by that moment. For me, I just always thought of myself as a human looking for the best human experience I could get. I've always hated the idea of like the label. Like even just being a tattooer, you know, I love it and it's given me my life and seeing the world because of it. To me, I'm more than that. And luckily, Brian was there. He became a friend in high school, and he just picked me up and said, oh, you're good, you're staying with me and my mom.
Whatever we're gonna do, let's do it.
That moment of Brian being in my life at that turning point and just taking like, hey, I got you, we're good, that was major.
It just didn't do it justice to call him my friend anymore. It's like explaining like, oh, my best friend. It's like, that didn't do it justice. So I just call him my brother. You don't have to be blood to be family, you know? So that's pretty much how it happened. Adversity in life, it either makes you or breaks you. And Luke's adversity never let him break him. It always made him stronger. He's always been a hard worker. And then I remember when he got a job, he was like a beekeeper, he did construction. He's always worked hard. He deserves everything he gets.
So I used to have this huge tattoo shop, and now it's condensed into this little studio that I have, this private studio. So, I mean, I just have, you know, stuff from, you know, secret societies that I'm a part of, like the Odd Fellows. I got some Masonic stuff. Got a paddle made for me. Got some stuff from another place. Oh, this was nice. This is really nice. This is a magazine cover. Look at that guy. When I became a tattoo artist, I had a friend who I was hanging out with that worked at a tattoo shop in the area, and he was like, hey, I want to teach you how to tattoo. And my first thought was like, oh, cool, I want to be part of this cool lifestyle. It was like, fuck, can I make a living? You know what I mean? Can I support myself? And it was a great ride, you know? It was a great ride, a lot of accomplishments, friends helped, like Brian. I think I was about 25, and I got invited to go work at Miami Ink. It was very hard for the older generation. The mentality in tattooing was very like harsh with a lot of the new and the young and the television, you know? So I kind of tippy-toed in, you know, with the weight of my peers on my back, but also as a fighter, as someone that's trying to figure out how to make a living and have my place in an industry.
I knew Luke had something to deliver in the digital space. I knew he had a good community of people that supported his art, and he was willing to put himself out there in front of everybody else. And I knew Luke was going to be open to that. But I already knew his work would speak for itself. I knew he would fit right into that category.
For me, I want something else. I've always wanted something else, whether it be different kinds of art styles that I want to learn how to do. Always be aware of change and growth as a person, as an artist. Pandemic came. It was an obstacle. I had to figure out how to do it. You know, I'm a hustler. I'm a hardworking guy. Started pushing harder on that department since I couldn't sit with people in tattoo. So I think it's a mindset. Something hard comes, you got to just figure it out. That's it. That's the only option. And so I started just doing tons of artwork. Like, again, you know, I've always done it my whole life, but it was like around the clock, 24 hours a day, like sleeping a little bit and just working on stuff and offering some original paintings, which I don't ever do. So I spent like 2 months like drawing it all the time, nonstop, and just learning how to draw it digitally too, you know? So it was a perfect segue into learning how to draw digitally my art. And then when NFTs came out, I was like totally tuned into that because I was like, oh man, I could do this too, you know? This is something new and cool, and I'm gonna figure out how to do it. But the thing is with NFTs, I don't think a lot of people really know because it's so new. It's a brand new space. What an exciting time to be able to get into something so unique in the beginning stages. Like, to me, that is just wonderful. The panther came the easiest to me, you know? It was something that I grew up loving when I first started going in tattoo shops. I used to love seeing the panthers. I don't know exactly what it was. I mean, the meaning of power and strength and courage, or some of just the edginess of it, the aggression of it. And it just made sense as I tried to draw my first NFT. So I'm drawing each of these layers, right? So each of these layers are original artwork. You just get lots of different combinations, but each layer is like a hand-drawn tattoo. It's a very tattooable design.